Hello there. Good day to you again. Apologize that I had to do a video like that, but detoxification is it's an amazing process. Thank God we have a route to get well, but that's the duality of God, and so we do have these pathways, and we're all getting well. So appreciate all your indulgence with me and what we have to put up with. You're seeing it kind of on the YouTube of what we have to put up with different states of consciousness. You guys are asking some pretty good questions, so I want to go through a couple of them here, and I have about 20 minutes here. I'd like to give you some more videos and insights here, and so appreciate this, of course. This is from MUNTYNGO. It says, Dr. Morse, when you mentioned bringing up parathyroid, which herbs formula do you suggest? Well, the endocrine gland formula in terms of herbal, and then parathyroid glandular, of course. The problem with herbs, we really don't know what herbs are good for the parathyroid gland. Matter of fact, when you look at most glandulars, formulas for glands, they have more berries in them. And I've said this before, I think the berries are definitely established that they're more glandular foods. Moving the lymph and making cells healthy obviously are going to affect every cell in your body, and in time you will make those tissues healthy. Some people are so serious of a problem, they're bleeding, bruising easy, they need parathyroid kick up real fast. That's where the benefit of the glandulars come in, so really appreciate your thought on that. And this is 954CA, or 954DCA. What causes tender-headedness? I experience this all the time. And their head's so sore. Again, this is acidosis. You want this out of there. That's what acids do. They make things sore and tender to the touch. The nerve endings get sore and all this. And so it makes everything sore. And you got, notice how you feel everything? You got a lot of nerve endings there and you can really feel them. Well, they're just reflecting a deeper issue of acidosis. And so by moving that lymph, you want to fix up this trunk of the tree here. We're going to talk a little bit about that, of course, in the class, the importance of the trunk or the GI tract in terms of cleaning out the head area. And you really want to go after that and get your lymph moving, get this soreness out of your head, because I don't like that. I've had that myself at times. Try the new brain and nerve formula. It'll strengthen up the nervous system faster in the head area, but it does show the underlying issue of acidosis in the lymph system. So good question. A lot of people do have tender-headedness, so that was a good question. No one's asked that. So good question there, my friend. Ah, this is a Latin lady. This is Tina. I was curious on your opinion about psychics. Do you think it's okay to see them, or is it better to stay away? Interesting question. Well, we have a lady in town that's a very good Akashic record reader, and so she's very good. So if you don't want to really see it right on, I wouldn't talk with her. But no, I think every one of you have the ability to see beyond. It's just where we have our attention, our focused attention. That's why I say by unfocusing your attention and listening, you will see more. And you will tend to start to see people, their images, past lives and stuff. And the problem is trusting always what you hear and what you see. So, yeah, there's a lot of the narcissistic psychics out there that think they see and know things. I think you have to be cautious at best whenever dealing with a psychic in the ways that she could be or he could be seeing himself or some other subconscious area. Remember, you've got a mind, you've got emotions, and you've got a physical body. So we can see different bodies and their images and thoughts and ideas that you have that's subconscious that is not manifested yet. So some of this is you have to be a little cautious, and there's some really good readers out there, I think. I don't go to them, to tell you the truth, because I want to see myself. I don't try to read people. I can see your health issues when you come in and stuff, but I try not to go there. I try not to, but we wear our consciousness around us. We emanate our consciousness, and it's for people that step back and trust their listening and trust their inner sight, they can read that. So I think good psychics are definitely good and helpful, but I think you have to be your own way. You have to be your own consciousness, your own self. Nice little conversation with a good psychic once in a while. Not bad. The one we have locally, she's really good. I like her. She's a Akashic record reader. Very good. But, you know, you have to take it all in a grain of salt and don't let anything disturb you, because what's important is the moment. Nothing in the past, and the moment dictates the future. So if you're always living in the now, you're always living in the future, right? So living in the now is the only way to as much as you can. And someday I'll do a video on that and some of the difficulties one runs into by trying to be in the now too much. Like one of mine, thinking. Remembering names of people, things like this. I don't consider a name important. I consider the individual important. So I can see someone today, and I know when you cut your hair, I know what you changed on your body. I can tell you 2 years from now how different you look. But remembering your name, not so much. It's just living in the now. I mean, sometimes it's difficult. You eat something bad and you don't remember how it kicked your butt, and you end up eating it again. You forgot. You don't live there. So a lot of things like that. This is from KA14 Animal 00. Sounds like a good name, meaning something good, I'm sure. Thanks for the great info. I appreciate you guys appreciating that. It does my heart good, and I think it does everybody's heart good to feel good and be well and to get your joy back. I mean, what better could you ask for? I mean, what more is there? What exactly do you mean when you say eat fruits, berries, and melons? Berries and melons are fruits? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I could just say fruits, but we have those distinctions of berries and melons and stuff, and that's why I just say fruits, berries, and melons. But you're right; they're all fruits. Absolutely right. Thanks for that. Oh, this is Beehive Spirit. I like that. 7. That's just so cute of a fish, and it's like he's got a lot of love in his eyes and everything. Cute. God bless you is not open to this information. Yeah, I know. And thanks for your comment there. This is a tough way to go. I mean, this is definitely rolling up your sleeves and taking your whole life in your hands, and you taking the responsibility of reversing your problems. That's just what it is. And we're way showers. We're only here, and you guys that are helping others, don't take on people's karma. You're way shower. You're there. You've walked the walk, and that's what I love about you guys. You guys are going to make the best healers. Forget naturopathic school. You guys are already doing it on yourselves. There's nobody that makes better healers than those that heal themselves. I mean, you don't learn this in school. You learn basic stuff, but remember, a lot of theories we learn is not even true. So it's really hard to sift through that which is true and that which is not. So I think simplicity has always been the great answer for us, because then we know simplicity is shown to us by nature, and you can't negate nature. That's life in motion. So it's like saying God, nature doesn't exist or something. And of course, it's how we look at nature, and it's, of course, our conditioned minds that make us determine or get some type of analysis out of what we see that could be a little faulty. That's the problem with the human brain. It's so immature that a lot of the theories and analysis, they're one-sided even. Difficult to understand truth with the mind. It has really nothing to do with it. This is MAU Girl 2. Thank you, dear one, for the post. Dear Dr. Morris, can you please tell me what causes... Oh, now, this was an important one. I thought it was really important to you. It says, can you please tell me what causes pressure in the eyes and what can be done about it? Is this backed up lymph? Absolutely. This is glaucoma. And this isn't blood pressure. You can have low blood pressure and have glaucoma. This is lymph pressure, the worst kind of pressure, because it's your sewer system. And remember, this is a lot more difficult to deal with than blood. It's almost like medical doctors looked at the lymph system and ran the other way and said, we'll deal with the blood, thank you. The lymph is too difficult. It is difficult. You've got all these healing crises, you've got all these problems, and you have the people that are seriously suffering, and I understand that. I don't know how, we try to make your right, and if you'll look at my journey through my life, I've always tried to make things better for the person detoxifying. Make it easier, simpler, less painful, less healing crisis. I've tried to make it all better. Better kidneys, looking at how the body works more, so I can make it always better for you, because it can be tough. And some people that don't do it the right way can have some really tough healing crisis, no question about it. I don't know what to say about it. But this lymph pressure, sweetheart, you got to get out of here, because that's where you start following up with MACD, macular degeneration, wrinkled retinas, all kinds of things out there from this, detached retinas and the whole 9 yards, all acid pressure. And acid pressure is the worst kind of pressure there is, in my opinion. So really something that you want to handle real quick. And again, the GI trunk, clean up the GI tract, get the kidneys filtering. That means getting into those adrenal glands and start moving this lymph out of there. Ear candle yourself to take off some of that pressure and try to get your sinus to drain. Find somebody that's sick and hug them and hope that you can catch something that'll help you trip your detoxification quicker. Anything like that. Your pressure is getting up there too much. The borderline for glaucoma. UK is 21. It's still wrong. Yeah, you got to get that pressure out of there, dear one. I have no damage to the optic nerve. Well, get this out before you do. I went 100% raw 10 weeks ago. 1 veggie juice in the AM and fruit the rest of the day. Good deal. Lost 30 pounds. Feel good. No major detox except some spots on my... Well, dig deeper. Go put yourself on a grape fast. Look at all these sweet individuals going on these deeper fasts. Boy, they're kicking butt. And that's what you got to do. Kick this in the butt, because I'll put it this way. It's easier to fast and detoxify than it is to lose your vision. You know, I don't know how to say it, because no vision, why would you even want to live here? I lost a lot of fluid retention in the first couple of days. Now, that shows you that you have kidney and adrenal weakness. Shows you're holding water, edema, so you have a lot of kidney and adrenal issues here. Bowel still not working well. Get you on a bowel. She's 50 years old. Work on a bowel formula. Get yourself moving. That's not a laxative, so probably take. I would take probably number 2 or number 3 of my bowel formula if it was me. I had constipation all my life. Yeah, I would take number 3 to start. You know, you got all the healing properties plus a little help. That would be very good for you. And that's, again, why you're backing up here, going back to the GI tract here. That's backing you up there. So right there's your connection there. There's no urge to go. And this could also be a neurological weakness there with the bowels, peristalsis with weak adrenal glands. Remember, the autonomic nervous system controls peristalsis. I have external pile, and I think an internal. Yeah, I mean, you're going to see weaknesses. Now, you could be up here, of course, with the parathyroid, and you're losing calcium utilization. Therefore, you're losing sphincter control, and you're losing connective tissue integrity in your vascular walls. That's why the piles. So this is, I haven't heard people call that in a long time, piles. It's funny. But that's a weakness, and you're losing too much calcium there, dear one. So I would get up my parathyroid gland with a parathyroid glandular, probably in your case, real fast. Definitely get on a protocol, an herbal protocol that gets into the kidneys, gets into the lymph, that cleans up the bowels, gets the adrenals up, that gets your nervous systems up. And it's just that whole process of working together, and then you'll get well quicker. Going slower, I can tell you this, by hitting and missing, that's what you get. By tearing it apart, the problem with doing it together is financial. I understand that. Under the skin from last year when I had a really bad bout of constipation. I also have hundreds of small cherry angiomas all over my body. Is this also acidity, slow lymph? Absolutely. Best you. Oh, thanks, sweetheart. Well, that and the microbial involvement to the lymph too. You know, we get a lot of microbial involvement when it comes to sewage, and this is the problem. We focus so much on the microbes, we forgot about the sewage, the acid sewage. Oh, Owen, my man, how are you, my dear man? Dr. Morse, I would love to hear what you, the idea that if it's okay to kill animals. Now, this is an interesting question. This is why I'm reading it. Because nothing dies, then can the same be said on killing humans? Would you love to hear what you have to share? Owen. Interesting question. At one level there's karma, and at one level there's not. So at one level, no, that's life, that's the way it is. Soul never dies. Bodies are just atoms that break down and become more bodies of something. So yeah, from one level, death is nothing. On another level, it's everything. So I don't know, it's obviously been a question that has existed for quite a while. Death and what's involved in that. I think in the way the Supreme Being created the lower worlds, everything is interactive, especially from the causal world down. Everything is karmically based. It's hard to put that in words. It's hard to put that in words and then have half the people realize what you're saying. That's the other problem with that, Owen. Maybe that's why at a certain level of spirituality, fruitarianism is the best, because there is no killing of anything. I can say that going back in past lives, and I mean beyond humans, I can tell you that it's all about experiences, and that's it. It's all about experiences. That's it. Because think about it, your reality, you're just in creation to experience, not knowledge. You're already part of the Supreme Being. You already know everything you need to know. You just are unaware of it. Your image of yourself is limited or encased by bodies. So it's hard for you to understand who you really are and the magnificent beings that you all are, because your bodies come in and the genetics and everything else mutate your image as the tremendous being that you are. So we have these pseudo concepts of knowledge, that's the mind, and learning and all this, but in reality, you're just here to gain experiences. That's all. Why God created creation, just to experience. He doesn't need to know any more than it knows. It just needs to experience something other than itself. So it's drama, man. It's movie time. Stick in the movie. Let's watch it. That's what this is all about. That's what creation's all about. So in a movie, when you kill people, no big deal. But the suffering and all that is what I can't deal with, is the suffering and locking soul into the suffering. But from the soul point of view, it doesn't get hurt at all. The mind, emotions carry images and suffering, and that's all creation. But when you pull yourself out of that and you're away from that, it's all gone. There's no more images of it because you're beyond that. So it's real difficult to explain the differences between the bodies and you as soul, which are unaffected totally by creation. When you're looking through these bodies, everything is real. Pain is real. Suffering is real. And that's part of my weakness, is seeing other people's weaknesses and suffering, and I hate that, because that means the Supreme Being is suffering. But at the same time, that's its gig. Its gig is to come down and experience. And I remember going from one plant to another plant one night, and all that was exciting was what I was going to experience. That was it. Nothing else mattered. Whether I was Terminator, nothing. I got new experiences. And it's all about new experiences and growing. That's why when you get into a social consciousness, you get stagnant. You don't grow as well. And the vitality goes down. So you always want to maintain your individuality, always. Again, here's Ron Paul teaching individuality and freedom and stuff, and he's the last one on the list. So you see the social consciousness is fear-based, and that's a big problem. So I hope that's enough of an answer for you, Owen, without getting too crazy. This is Raw Food Solution. What do you think about the use of hydrochloric acid supplements? I don't. I'll be honest with you, nor digestive enzymes at all. I really do not think much about them at all. I think you need to make your cells healthy, and then what little hydrochloric acid you need for a little bit of maybe a complex amino from maybe a nut or a seed or something like that. But as a rule, fruits and veggies, you're good with that. I just don't like supplementing anything the body needs to produce. My experience, and this is my experience, has been that when you take them, your body quits making them, even with the digestive enzymes. We're seeing it more now because people have been on them long enough that now they're wrecking their pancreases. So I'm really real cautious. And then, of course, I'm one of those that don't believe in mixing the hydrochloric acid with your other digestive enzymes. And, of course, they have these time-release things now to try to release hydrochloric acid for stuff. Why play that game? Focus on the health of the human body. If you're not digesting well, you got to go to fruits anyway. The easiest to digest, fix your pancreas, clean up the liver, and all of that, and you'll be in good shape. Make your body healthy again. But thanks for the question, Raw Food Solution, and you're right. Good name here. Fruit fairy. Hi, sweetheart. Fruit fairy. I love that here. Dr. Morris, David Winston has had a lot of success with stringing nettle seeds as kidney. And yeah, I do too. I think the nettles are good for the kidneys, no question. And adrenal. Probably not even going to try to go there. It might be a good substitute for people who can't do the licorice or ginseng to begin with. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to take that out of my, my adrenal formula there anyway. I just can't run the risk, you know, of people having problems. I don't like that. Even if one person has a problem, it upsets me because I want to have superior things that won't bother anybody. And that's difficult because, I mean, in my life, 3 anaphylactic shocks, 4 at the very most, 3 I think. In 40 years, that's pretty good. But that shows the lymph system. It shows people the toxicity of people. And we're dealing with millions of humans. So nothing's perfect. But look at pharmaceuticals. I mean, they're killing people by the herds. Dr. Morris, most of us do really need support and are very thankful. Oh, thanks a lot there. Thank you for that comment. Leahcimrac. We're doing our best. I can tell you. It's just once you guys become healers and you're out there working with people, we can all sit around and laugh about the tremendous issues involved in being a healer. From your compassionate issues to the suffering of people, to their healing crisis, to the stressors of governments who don't want people well. It's just amazing the amount of stress on a simple system of health. I just find it so amazing that we have a world such as this. But again, this is the lower rungs of creation. We have to look at that, and that's why we're here to bring love and beauty and light to this dark world. And there are going to be people that resist growing and resist these things. You see that. Even in some of the YouTubers who freak out sometimes, you just see that. But it's okay. You know, we're all one people. We just need to get our bodies healthy and our awareness expanded and rise ourselves out of this darkness of this physical level. Pretty dark level, comparatively speaking. This is MAU Girl 2. I am relatively new to your videos, just the last few weeks, and I have not seen this lady's comments that you are talking about, but the vast majority of, yeah. She was on the Facebook in this. She's a practitioner, you know, and she was just effing here and effing there, and just a healing crisis. And like I said, when you come in here, we're all trying hard. And of course, when you come in here new and work for me, very few people in the world know this level of thinking. So you can imagine we have holistic schools around here, and even when they graduate, this is a whole nother level in what they were taught. So that's the problem. Even naturopathic schools, this is a whole nother level. So I have to retrain everyone and get their thinking beyond what they were taught. And so, yeah, it's a bit of a job. So we try hard. But if everybody just relaxes and take it easy and let us help you through these, we'll do the very best we can. If you're not getting anywhere with someone, then ask for Jennifer or myself. And that's where you're going to find the most help. I'm pretty friggin' busy, or effing busy, but I enjoy that. And I enjoy helping you, and I'll do everything to my power to make sure you're well and get well without too much suffering. I love y'all. So, thanks for the comment. This is called Rachel. I believe it is some sort of strange intuition that allowed my spirit, body, and mind to find you. Thanks. I love that kind of thing. You know, I mean, you have to admit, it's so beautiful to grow in the doors of light that opens up, and you start seeing things and understanding things you didn't before, and the joy comes in, and the heightened awareness is incredible, because people walk on this planet like ostriches, and it's like, get your head out of the sand and look to the light. And yes, it's great. I love that. And you know what? There's no perfect road for everybody. It's just all the way it is. You are the perfect road. The buck stops with you. Just keep digging into the you. Thanks for your comment. I love you. Thank you very much. Like this, I just know it's right. It is right. You know why? Because it's truth. Truth rings true with all of us, even though some of it's hard to digest once in a while. We don't need digestive enzymes. We just need to relax and let the mind kind of set over there while we see it from a higher perspective and then fit it into where it needs to be. So thank you all for your comments. I know I'm so far behind on these. I am. But I'm working there. If you're in serious trouble, you don't hesitate to call us, okay? Remember that. And for the lady, Rebecca, I hope she called you there, dear one. I did address you on YouTube. You got 2 young babies, sweetheart. You start fasting. You start great fasting. You get this tumor out of there. And you clean up your gut. You do it. And get yourself well, sweetheart. And she's trying to get you in ASAP. Okay, this is from SN9696. Don't even bother with those. Yeah, I know it. I tell you what, man, I appreciate you guys talking about the anti-family, anti-man-feminist. Thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate your love, and it's returned to you by me a millionfold and a lot of the masters that are working with us. There's a lot of spiritual beings helping me, and believe it or not, you'll start seeing them in your dream state. So become more aware in your guys' dream state, and you're going to see me and a lot of other masters helping you there. And that's what we're here for. We're here to help you awaken and to grow. I got some eyes here. This is Derek Smith. You have imparted so much goodness. Oh, I just remain receptive. Thank you so much there, Derek. Your eyes here. I'll show you these eyes, guys. Can you see them together there? So, these are blue eyes that are pretty greenish. There's that orangish hue around your GI tract there, so you know you got a lot of sulfur in the gut there. It's infiltrated the sinuses a little bit. You've got that interstitial lymphatic constipation, so your lymph system's backed up in your bowel wall. So you want to clean that all out. You're really dark. Let me see here. This is the left eye. I thought so. Left kidney, my friend. You got to work on those kidneys. Your left kidney's pretty genetically weak. The same with that left leg there. Find the knee, the upper femur, and the groin. And you're getting inflammation, a little weakness in that hip too. Picking up that left testicle there, but that left kidney needs some work on that baby. And picking up that lower back that connects with that kidney and the bladder itself, a lot of inflammation in your bladder. Want to get all that out and take care of that situation. Little weakness lower lobe of the lung in the chest and chest area here and upper chest wall. Definitely just want to get your lymph moving, get these eyes blue again, man. You really need to have blue eyes, and you really need to clean up the gut and get your lymph moving. Minor weaknesses in the throat, in the thyroid a little bit. Even mid-back weaknesses are showing up here. Now, right eye, right kidney for sure too. So you got some kidney problems you were born with. You must be a younger guy because you got some pretty good kidneys going here. I'm going back to your leg here. I'm going over here. Major parathyroid weakness, right side, definitely. And you're seeing that in your structure. You're seeing that in your hips. You're seeing that in your legs and knees. And so with this acid of a body, you really want to move this out or you're still going to have some structure. You're going to start feeling your structural weaknesses there. So adrenals are weaker on the left side. Right side, you really got to get into those kidneys. Knee down on the left side where it's femur down to the knee on the left. Prostate not so bad. Bladder a little better, but still a little weak on that side. Picking up lower back. Here's more mid-back. Throat here. You're heading for a sore throat. That's one thing I can tell you. You're heading for some sore throat there. You're also seeing some some skeletal issues here with the pain and stuff. Pancreas and right testicle, another big area you got beat up here with genetics here. A lot of inflammation in the gallbladder. Clean that out. And now we're on the right chest area, upper rib wall weaknesses there. We want to get that cleaned up there. And then when I get up here in your right ear, a little inflammation up here in the cerebellum can be your equilibrium, could affect you with some dizziness or something, but the whole right ear area here, you want to clean this out. A little malabsorption from this interstitial lymphatic constipation, a lot of orange there, so you got a lot of sulfa. Somebody's been giving you antibiotics for this lymph problem and stuff, so appreciate that you take care of yourself and get your body cleaned up there. So I hope that was helpful. It was a quick little insight there for you. So I hope that was good. But I've got to run, and may the blessings be with every one of you. I do love you all, and you're well loved and taken care of at certain levels. We just got to get these bodies in shape and get to our higher selves where we can enjoy the beauty of, even if our bodies are suffering. So have a fun and lovely day, and I'll talk to you again as soon as I can. Bye-bye now, and thank you so much for taking your precious time and growing and learning with this. Thank you.